There were a lot of people that said that it couldn't be done, and then there were a lot of people that said even if it could be done, it's a dumb idea. That it wouldn't pay off, that it wouldn't make sense. But we've shown that in fact it is absolutely the right idea. Reusability is the key to a great future in space. It's essential. We need reusability for rockets, just like we have reusability for cars, for airplanes, for bicycles, for horses. Obviously, reusability is essential. And the fundamental invention that is necessary for humanity to become a multi-planet species is basically rapidly reusable, reliable rockets. RRR.
Here's a shocking thought. Elon Musk believes that if we don't become a multi-planet species, humanity could be doomed. But why is he so convinced, and what's he doing about it? In this video, we're going to break down Musk's urgent mission to colonize Mars. We'll show you the technology SpaceX has already developed and reveal the next big step that could change the future of space travel forever. Remember when rockets were basically giant fireworks? We'd spend millions on these massive machines, watch them blast off into space, and then they'd fall into the ocean, never to be used again. It was incredibly wasteful and expensive. But Elon Musk and his team at SpaceX had a wild idea. What if we could land these rockets and use them again? It sounds simple, but the challenges were enormous. Musk himself said it was like trying to balance a pencil on its tip. Just imagine that. A pencil as tall as a skyscraper moving at supersonic speeds, and you're trying to make it stand up straight. The early days were tough, really tough. We're talking explosions, crashes, and a whole lot of very expensive debris scattered across the ocean. Each failure cost millions, and plenty of people thought Musk was chasing an impossible dream. But he and his team kept at it, learning from every fiery setback. Then came the moment that changed everything. After years of trial and error, a Falcon 9 rocket touched down on solid ground, standing tall and proud. It was like watching the Wright brothers' first flight all over again, a moment that opened up a whole new world of possibilities. This breakthrough completely changed the economics of space travel. SpaceX can now offer launches for $50 to $60 million, way cheaper than anyone else. And they've done it more than 50 times already, proving it wasn't just a one-off trick. Musk summed it up perfectly when he said, "Reusability is the key to a great future in space. It's essential. We need reusability for rockets, just like we have reusability for cars, for airplanes, for bicycles, for horses." And he's right. We don't throw away a car after one trip or scrap a plane after a single flight. Why should rockets be any different? Reusable rockets are the key to Musk's bigger plan, making humanity a multi-planet species. If we want to set up shop on Mars, we need to be able to send a lot of stuff there and send it cheaply. Reusable rockets are the first big step towards making that happen. But here's the thing, as groundbreaking as reusable rockets are, they're just the beginning. Musk has an even bigger, crazier idea up his sleeve. One that could turn science fiction into reality and change the course of human history. But before we get to that, we need to talk about why Musk is so obsessed with Mars in the first place. Imagine a bustling city of 1 million people. Now picture that city on Mars, with residents breathing recycled air and dodging deadly radiation. Sound impossible? Not to Elon Musk. His vision for Mars colonization is making even seasoned space experts do a double take. Musk sees Mars as more than just a scientific curiosity. It's about creating a backup plan for humanity, a second home if Earth faces a catastrophe. But the challenges are mind-boggling. From radiation and low gravity to the lack of breathable air and extreme temperatures, Mars is far from hospitable. But Musk isn't deterred. He's got a plan to build a self-sustaining city of 1 million people on Mars within our lifetimes. We're talking about a full-blown civilization, with people living, working, and even having kids on the red planet. To make this happen, Musk is thinking big, really big. He envisions fleets of spacecraft, each carrying hundreds of people and tons of cargo, making regular trips to Mars. It's a stark contrast to current plans. While NASA's talking about maybe putting a few boots on Martian soil by the 2040s, Musk aims to have his million-person city up and running in about the same time frame. And Musk isn't just dreaming. SpaceX employees are working on concrete plans right now. They're designing small dome habitats, spacesuits for the Martian environment, and ways to harvest ice for water. There's even talk of using plants and animals to kickstart a self-sustaining ecosystem. But the clock is ticking. Musk's timeline is aggressive. He wants significant progress within the next 20 years. It's a pace that's raising eyebrows in the scientific community. Experts argue that colonization would unfold over decades, not years. But Musk isn't known for taking it slow. So, what's the next big step in this interplanetary adventure? Musk believes the key lies in developing interplanetary transport vehicles. These aren't your typical rockets. We're talking about spacecraft capable of not just reaching Mars, but supporting human life for months on end. It's a challenge that makes reusable rockets look like child's play. But what exactly does Musk have in mind for these cosmic cruisers? Well, that's where things get really interesting.
I think once we build it, we'll have a point of proof, something that other companies and countries can then go and do. Like, they currently don't think it's possible, so if we show them that it is, then I think they'll up their game and they will build interplanetary transport vehicles as well.
Elon Musk's Starship is a massive rocket designed to revolutionize space travel. This behemoth stands nearly 400 feet tall. That's like a 40-story building ready to blast off into space. But Starship isn't just big for show. It's built to carry tons of cargo and up to 100 people at a time. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Musk is basically creating a space hotel. The plans for Starship include several floors of living quarters, and they're even talking about fancy amenities to keep passengers comfortable during long journeys. But let's not forget the main goal here. Musk wants to use Starship to send 100 passengers to Mars every 2 years. That's a lot of people when you think about it. And the idea is for Starship to be fully reusable, able to make the journey back and forth between Earth and Mars. Of course, there are some pretty big challenges to figure out. How do you keep people alive in space for months at a time? What about the deadly radiation they'll be exposed to? These are the kinds of problems Musk and his team are working on right now. But they're not just sitting around drawing up plans. SpaceX has already built and tested early versions of Starship. In fact, just this June, they managed to get a prototype to space and back for the first time. It's a big step, but there's still a long way to go before we see a fully operational Starship heading to Mars. Musk has some wild ideas for those first trips, too. He's talking about using Starship as a kind of Noah's Ark, carrying plants and animals to start life on Mars. The plan is for the first residents to build greenhouses and start growing food right away. It's like they're trying to jumpstart a whole new ecosystem on another planet. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds pretty out there, right? And you're not alone. A lot of experts are saying Musk's timeline is way too optimistic. They argue that setting up a city on Mars isn't something you can do in just a few years. It could take decades of planning and work. But here's the thing. Starship is about establishing a permanent human presence on Mars. It's the first step in Musk's grand plan to make us a multi-planet species. And while it might seem impossible now, so did landing and reusing rockets just a few years ago. So, what's next for Starship and Musk's Mars plans? Well, that's where things get even more interesting. Starship's landing on Mars is the first step in an ambitious plan. SpaceX is already working on designs for the first Martian homes, small domes tough enough to handle Mars's harsh weather. They want to make these habitats using materials found on Mars, maximizing efficiency in this alien environment. But Musk's vision goes far beyond just survival. He's planning for a whole new generation of Martians, with medical teams exploring the possibility of human reproduction on Mars. This isn't just about science, it's about the long-term future of the colony. Musk's ideas for making Mars livable are bold. He's proposed using nuclear technology to create artificial suns, aiming to warm up the planet and make it more hospitable. It's a controversial idea, but Musk believes it could be key to transforming Mars. The plans don't stop at the environment. Musk sees Mars as an opportunity to rethink how we organize society. He's hinted at a new form of government where citizens make decisions by consensus, essentially designing a whole new world from scratch. The ultimate goal is a thriving Martian economy. Musk envisions people growing food in greenhouses and partnering with innovative food companies to keep the colony fed. It's all part of his plan to make Mars self-sufficient. Not everyone's convinced, though. Some experts are skeptical about Musk's timeline. Robert Zubrin, an aerospace engineer, points out the enormous challenges of establishing a large-scale Mars colony, suggesting it'll take much longer than Musk anticipates. So why is Musk pushing so hard for this? He sees becoming a multi-planet species as crucial for our survival. In his mind, Mars isn't just an adventure, it's humanity's backup plan. But with a plan this ambitious, there are huge challenges ahead. From the technical hurdles of space travel to the social experiments of building a new society, the road to a Martian civilization is long and uncertain. Is Musk's vision a brilliant leap forward for humanity, or is it too much, too soon? Only time will tell. Elon Musk's vision of humanity as a multi-planet species is becoming more real every day. SpaceX has made significant progress with reusable rockets and the development of Starship, bringing us closer to setting foot on Mars. The next few years will be crucial as we watch to see if Starship can live up to its promise and if Musk's timeline holds up. This cosmic adventure isn't just about one company or one person, it's about all of us. We're living in a time when anyone can play a part, whether you're an engineer solving challenges of living on Mars or someone excited to stay informed. You have a chance to be part of something huge. So, are you ready to be part of humanity's greatest adventure? The opportunity is here, and the future of space exploration is unfolding right before our eyes.